Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Episode 3, Season 2 of the Kickback Podcast. I am Jarard J, radio and TV personality here in the ATL. And of course, I am flanked by R&B nominee, multiple Grammy nominee, R&B superstar Messiah, my big brother, Case. Messiah. I mean, we use a new word. Case is here.
Yeah. We trying to get another nomination this year.
Yeah, trying.
Yeah,
no, this is happening.
Remy.
This is happening.
Yeah, me and Salam Remy.
This is happening. Shout out Salam Remy.
Shout out Salam. My guy.
Welcome to episode 3, man. This is going by a little too fast. This season right here, like this third episode already. If you have not joined us yet for the Kickback Podcast, this is where we come together and just discuss things that are happening, and of course, discuss things that are happening in the news, social media, entertainment-wise. Have a little fun in between whenever we can and all of that. But just overall, to bring a good atmosphere for you to get to know the brother Case and just kind of fall into what we got going on. We do it every single week. What you need to do is, since you are here, you obviously know how to get here, but I need you to let everybody who's not here know how to get here. Tell them to go to the Kickback. Yeah, tell them to come on in. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, you never know. You might be our next guest co-host. You know what I mean? We're just doing that, bringing people in to have these discussions and whatnot, talking about things that are relevant, talking about things that everybody's feeling and has emotions about, and that's what we're doing. So, first of all, before we start the show, I was going to do it at the end, but I think before we start the show, breaking news just a couple hours ago, we have to say rest in peace to young Dolph, who was gunned down in Memphis just a few hours ago at a cookie store in his hometown of Memphis. You might have been hearing about it or seeing it on social media. The story is still a little bit sketchy. There's no suspects as of right now, but we do know for a fact that young Dolph was gunned down earlier today in his home city of Memphis. So, man, condolences and prayers to his family and friends.
We got to do better.
These streets, man, it's almost like we're hearing something like this every 48 hours. It's like somebody's falling nonstop. You know what I mean? And you see when it happens, you go back to the story and, well, this person had beef with that person and all that. But I mean, it's too
much though. It's way too much.
It's way too much. It's
when I was in the street, I thought it was dangerous, but this shit here, this is some whole other shit. Like,
yeah, man,
this needs to be better.
Yeah, we got to do better, man.
Yeah.
And you know, it's us on top of us. You know what I'm saying? Which
all
is
the time.
We trying to come together and fight other people and fight other groups and make sure that we can stand tall.
Yourself.
There you go. But you can't when you fight yourself. So listen, man, please send any prayers. Are you kicking my foot, bro?
Nah, my bad.
What's going on? Okay.
No.
Yeah, I was like, whoa. Okay,
good.
But no, seriously, please send prayers and condolences to the brother Young Dolph, and of course, we'll keep you abreast as to all the new information when it comes out. You know what I mean? With that being said,
praying for the city of Memphis.
Yeah, man, because he's from there, and he was like a real big deal in his hometown, which always happens like that when you go and you blow, and
that's
you know what I'm saying?
That's how that happens.
Yeah,
because people from nowhere else don't know you. They don't have no reason to hate you.
Man. Terrible stuff. But
other people don't feel like you own that.
Yeah. Today's show, here's the thing. I'm gonna be very transparent and bring you in. We want to bring you in. We want you to know the inner workings of the show. First of all, shouts out to the production team for keeping us on point. Shouts out to Suge Seuss over there, the dude who's emotionless and always makes sure, but he just makes sure stuff's handled. We want to thank everybody behind the scenes. We have a meeting every Monday about this show, and we sit and we talk about it, and we say, okay, we're going to put together a show clock. We're going to put together some things we need to talk about. We try to time it out, make it like a good broadcast experience, shall we say. However, in this week's episode, there was too many things that were going on where I felt like we couldn't put a real clock together for this show, because there is some stuff that we're going to get into this evening that's going to be deep, but it's going to pull at your emotions as it should. And we're going to have some different perspectives in here, but we're going to talk about things that just happen to have materialized over the past 48 hours. One of which, of course, is the whole situation with Mr. Rittenhouse, Kyle Rittenhouse. And we're watching that's the sentiments that everybody we're watching the trial. We thought that maybe the jury will come to a decision today, but they did not. They closed today. They'll revisit tomorrow, so we'll see what happens with the verdict. Case was on my Instagram last night. Well, actually, like in the middle of the night, right? And I was up.
Yeah,
I was up because I was bothered, and I was bothered because I have a feeling in me, man, that this dude's gonna get off. I got a real feeling in myself that
I do too, actually.
He's gonna get off.
Yeah.
And it bothers me to a different level, because it's almost like, okay, what else has to happen, right, for some justice to be served. You've got videos, you've got photos, you've got facts, you've got 2 people that have perished, you've got another person that's been shot. Like, what else needs to happen for me to not have that feeling? Now, again,
For you to think that he's gonna get convicted,
yeah.
he gotta be a nigga.
Say that again.
You heard me? He gotta be a nigga. Didn't he?
We need the fact behind that. We gotta play something.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know. That was because here's the thing. Like, you know, I'm up, and a lot of times I have insomnia, and I'll be sitting in the crib, and I'll be like, you know, my mind goes crazy. I'm thinking about stuff. But last night, man, I really had this feeling like, yo, this dude possibly could get off. I'm looking at little things that are happening.
Like how the judge is his best friend?
Yes, like that.
You mean little things like that?
Yeah, and the fact that he got to pick his own jury and all this other stuff. Like, I'm just like, something just ain't what it's supposed to be in this situation, man. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm scared.
But it's uniquely American. It's so American.
Expound on that one.
It's American for them to treat that young white boy like that.
Yeah.
That wouldn't happen to us.
Hell no.
That's like January 6th. There was some niggas that should have been over in
Over,
7 minutes.
yeah, that's
not
true.
4 hours.
That's true. But that's the whole point, I think. I think that's my whole point is why do we have to have this type of discussion in 2021? Like,
okay.
No, I get it, but do you understand where I'm at? Like,
Yeah, I
honestly, I don't feel like I should have to be in my house and be this concerned about this. This should be open and shut. This should be where, listen, we watched the dude kill 2 people. We watched him assert himself to kill 2 people.
If your house is built on sand, it's gonna sink. This country was built on inequality, so that's what's gonna keep happening.
That's a good point.
It's gonna keep
It's
happening.
sad as hell,
It's
though,
like if
man.
you build your house on the edge of a cliff
Yeah.
and there's mudslides, your house going down.
Your house is going down.
In 2021, in 2031, it's
Yeah.
gonna go down every time.
Another thing I feel like in this case is that how long should it take the jury to deliberate this? Like, this is easy. This is you watched it happen. You know what I mean?
Well, that part I don't have a problem with because you have to have all 12 people to agree.
Yeah, true.
You can't get 12 people to agree on to eat the same thing. So that part is, but my thing is just, it seems like the judge is kind of working for him.
It does.
With him.
It does. You know, and we found out a couple of days ago there have been 500 National Guard members that have been put on standby for this for when the verdict comes out in case something happens or whatever the case is. And I was distraught by that, but Case set me straight earlier. Yeah. I was tripping off of that a little bit earlier. But Case is like, little bruh, like that's standard. They're gonna do that because
they're gonna do that so nobody tear shit up.
Yeah, but I was like, oh, that means he's gonna get off. Blah, you know, I was
They
in a
do that for
different
every trial now.
Yeah, I was in a different place, and I'm still in a different place because I honestly am scared and fearful that this dude may get off, and if he does, we need to start talking about the backlash and what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know anybody
I don't think
who
it's really gonna be no backlash though.
Huh?
I don't think it's gonna be
Nah,
too much
bro,
backlash.
I can't agree with that. Because I feel like this. We made our point with the whole Derek Chauvin situation. We made our point when George Floyd was killed. We came out in droves and numbers.
Yeah, he didn't kill no
We
black
demonstrated. I know, but here's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is at this point, I think now as a people, we're so frustrated now because not only when we came out, it's obvious that people still didn't listen because we're still dealing with stuff like this. And I feel like in this case, if he gets off, I feel like it could be really bad for the
Did you
streets.
see that Atiana Jefferson cop is going to trial? Mm-hmm. So that's the one where might be some shit.
Man, listen, man. You know we're gonna keep our eyes on it. You know they're gonna reconvene tomorrow.
It's just sad.
It's sad. It's sad. It's sad that I, as a black man, it should be easy.
Because if it was me, that shit would have been over.
Over with.
Actually, the police would have shot me. That shit would have been over.
And that's what I'm saying.
The
It's
shit
like,
that pissed me off was when his attorney was like, well, in this city, people have shot other people 7 times and it was deemed to be all right. You know what he was talking about,
You saw that, right?
Because you know what he was talking about?
Yeah.
He was talking about when the cop shot, I forgot the brother's name. When they shot him in the back 7 times and that was the cause of the... That's what he was referencing.
Yeah.
That shit pissed me off.
It's this whole situation, man, it's not looking good.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? And listen,
it's looking par for the course, though.
It is looking par for the course, but it's also looking to be a really bad scenario if this dude gets off. And I think that anybody who looks like me is probably, and people who don't look like us, I think that I think that across the board, people are like, okay, this is enough. Like, this is a little bit much. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. I've heard, Caucasian people and Asian people also say, yo, this is some bull. Like, this dude needs to.
The only place where I hear pushback is let me tell you what's funny about my Facebook. Look, we can talk about my Facebook. Now my Facebook is cool, right?
Right.
It's my people. We share funny shit. We laugh. Soon as I talk about some shit like this, here come all the Trump supporters.
Of course.
All the sister fuckers come out.
Of course.
And they start, well, Kyle's a patriot. You and Kyle suck a dick. You and Kyle, same time.
Same time.
Same time. Like they all come out. So I guarantee you, whatever happens and whatever I post, they're gonna come out, and I love them.
Man, again, I'm nervous. I ain't gonna front. I'm gonna tell the people I'm very nervous. I'm sitting there watching this situation, and I just have this feeling to me that this dude is going to get off. And I feel like if he does, I don't know what we do from there, because there is no other way that you can look at a situation and say that a person did something
point,
like this.
It is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, true. But that don't make it acceptable. You understand what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it is what it is, but that don't mean I'm supposed to accept it.
Nah, you don't have to accept it, but you got to understand that that's where you are. Like, I mean, that shit been happening for how long? Let's go back. We were just in Arizona. The Scottsdale. Remember the shit in Scottsdale back in the day? This is what happened.
Yeah.
So that's why everybody was so happy, whether we thought OJ did it or not.
Right.
Motherfuckers was just happy to see a nigga get not guilty.
Right. Yeah. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully there's a verdict that comes out tomorrow. You don't think so?
The verdict is the right verdict.
True.
I don't care when it comes out.
Okay. How long do you think it's gonna take?
Don't know, don't care.
Okay.
Just don't do no bullshit.
Right.
Because if that was me, that verdict would have been in. Actually, I'd have been shot and it'd have been over with.
What do you say to people who feel like me though? What do you say to people who are sitting on the edge of their hands right now, waiting to see what's gonna happen, and then have the potential to act out if the verdict is not pleasing?
It is what it is.
Because people listen to you. You know what I mean?
It is what it is. That's how I feel about that. Like, I mean, at my age, I've seen it so many times that I don't even, it's whatever.
Right.
But people that want to act out, act the fuck out. Because they don't hear nothing else. Just like the only time they come, you could protest, you could whatever. Don't nobody come. All the news cameras come, we start tearing shit up, though.
Yeah. Well,
now everybody want to hear what you got to say.
Yeah.
What's wrong?
That's true.
So
we'll keep our ears on it and eyes on it and see what happens and all of that, man. Another thing that we were talking about, another reason why there's no show clock today, and this one's probably going to take us for the remainder of the show. Case and I decided that we need to have a conversation and include you in it about, do we call it social media etiquette? Do we call it social media behavior?
Stop putting everything on fucking social media.
Hold on.
Let's call it that.
Okay. Say it again.
Stop putting everything on fucking social media.
Okay, so there's your headline.
We don't need to see everything.
One more time.
Stop putting everything on fucking social media.
Okay. I know what you're asking. What
Me and my wife argue all the time. Y'all never seen that shit on social media.
Okay.
Me and you argue. It never been on social media.
We don't really, because I just.
All right, well, I'm gonna call you tomorrow and I'm gonna curse you the fuck out.
I just tell you what it is.
I bet it won't be on social media.
No, I bet it won't be. Now,
Seuss, I didn't like when you had said.
Yo, okay, but say the headline one more time. I like that. Say it again.
Stop putting everything on social fucking media.
Now,
everything don't belong there.
Let's discuss. I'm waiting on our two ladies to come in here and have a conversation with us. And here's where we're going with this. And this is why I want to let this topic breathe, right? Two things have happened over the course of the past, 72 hours on social media. One, Stevie J and Faith. We've seen that there's a video that surfaced of Stevie J apparently accusing Faith of cheating on him in his house, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. She gets in the bed. He's chasing her, saying, oh, so this is what you're going to do to me in my house, blah, 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 blah. She's telling him, I hate you, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. He's got the whole thing on his Instagram Live. Yeah. People, of course, seen it. It's like, oh, my God, what's going on, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Which brings a conversation to say, is that putting too much of your personal business on social media, and what are the effects of that when that happens? Now, obviously, it's now come to the point where it's bubbled. It's come to the point where, everybody's saying that Faith cheated. You know Faith personally.
I know Stevie.
You know personally. Stevie personally.
Yeah.
I don't know Faith, but I do know Stevie.
I know both of them personally.
You've been around them for years, though.
Decades.
Now, when you see something like this on social media, what's your first reaction from somebody on the inside who knows both of these people?
Is that we didn't need to see all that.
Right.
Who cares what happened? That when it comes to that, I'm gonna sit that out because, like I said, I know them. But we don't need to see it. Like I don't. Nigga, I'm gonna go home tonight and start a fight, just for fun.
But it's not gonna be on social media.
And I told her I was gonna come in and record it. She said she's gonna play sleep.
Nice.
Which could turn into something else. That's a whole nother thing.
Right.
Camera goes off.
Right. Well, yeah.
But what I'm saying, but no, it's like everything doesn't have to be on social media. And like she said, she kept saying, "Yo, you need to grow up." This, like, I don't think everything needs to be on social media.
What's the limit though? Like, what is the cutoff? Because what is it
you
definitive?
Know that as a person,
okay.
And that's my problem with reality TV. I remember they tried to get me and my wife. She was my girlfriend at the time. They want us to be on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
Right.
And I told the producer, I was like, listen, I understand what you're saying, but I'm not going to make an asshole out of myself on TV, and I'm not going to allow you to make an asshole out of me on TV. So I'm good. I think reality TV has kind of opened the door for people to do. People don't need to see everything.
Right.
They just don't. People don't need to know everything.
I feel like in this, we're gonna get to a heavier situation after this, but I feel like
media. Let me tell you something. Social media, usually, in my experience, whoever the person is that's bringing it to social media, is coming slanted. It's coming from their perspective, and there's always,
of course,
his side, her side, and the truth.
Right,
the truth.
Right.
And so I think that is stupid. I think that people in relationships, everything's a relationship. With me and you, we friends.
Yeah,
that's a relationship.
Right.
What the fuck? A bunch of strangers think about it shouldn't affect our friendship.
That's a good point.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what you're doing. You kind of, it's kind of like the way society has gone ever since this reality TV thing. So I think it's fucking weird.
And I think another thing too, another caveat to it is this: once you put it on social media,
it's there.
It's there. So here's what happens. We all know this, right? You go through breakup, you make back up, you be cool. You go break up again, you make back up, you be cool. But here's what happens. When you do this on social media, now it makes it very difficult for any reconciliation to ever happen. Why? Because of your ego.
Yeah,
you're like,
your pride is involved.
Your pride is involved because now everybody done seen what you. So if you go get back with this person, you a sucker.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? But it happens every day. And so I'm looking at this situation. I think you made a good point by comparing it to reality TV because I think that's what gave.
It's the same exact thing.
It's the same thing. They're putting what's going on social media to get the clickbait and all that kind of stuff.
I've seen people go on reality TV shows and completely lie, make up whole relationships that I know for a fact
don't exist.
Yeah.
I've seen
for
that
reality TV. But one thing that me and my wife said, like, yo, if we go on TV and pretend to fight long enough, we're going to fight for real.
Yeah.
That's like if me and you play fight and we slap boxing. Eventually, we're going to fight for real.
Eventually, we're going to fight for real. It's inevitable.
Like,
exactly.
This shit, I don't get it. Maybe I'm old. I'm happy to be old. but this shit, I don't get that shit. I don't think that everything needs to be on social media.
So, it brings a good conversation because, there's a lot of different layers to this conversation. Mm-hmm. Like you have what's going on with Stevie J and Faith, but you also have things that are positive. You have people that are in relationships that share everything and they post each other and they, be on the beach and they grab each other booty.
And that's bad too.
And okay, now you say that's bad too.
Yeah.
Now, why is that bad too?
Because that's all they post. And then you have other people that look at it like, oh, that's what love is. No, the fuck it's not.
Selective exposure.
Right. That's not what love or relationships are.
Right. And it's not real. Like,
but that's what I'm saying. There are certain people who don't grasp that. As adults, we grasp it. There's a lot of people who aren't mentally adults on the internet.
So my thing, I don't really, like, that's a good point. I don't have a problem with people, utilizing social media to express their relationships. I've never had an issue with that. My issue, though, in this type of circumstance is when it's a situation that's not positive, when it's demonstrative, in fact, when it's a situation like this whole Stevie J and Faith thing, now it gets to the point where you're kind of digging into stuff that should really be y'all's business because this ain't business that you really want out there like that. Because here's what happens. You got to remember that nothing ever gets deleted off the internet. So you have a niece somewhere, you have a nephew somewhere, even if you don't have children, you have a nephew somewhere. Stevie J has daughters. This Faith has kids too. I'm tripping. Yeah. You have children who are going to be able to get exposed to this information 10 years from now, which embarrasses the hell out of them and everybody that they kick it with or know or whatever the case is. And you have some explaining to do. And so it's almost like you're setting yourself up to deal with a whole bunch of junk forever because it never goes away. Mm-hmm. The internet world is different and social media world is different. Like you can't push a button and it's gone. It doesn't work that way anymore.
Nah, it's there. You put it out there.
So I feel like in situations like this, that is super volatile. It's super volatile to put stuff out there like that.
Everybody don't need to see everything.
Everybody don't need to see that.
If that's the case, you might as well live outside.
And I feel like, again, Case and I both know Stevie J. Cool dude. Stevie's a cool dude.
And I know Faith. Faith is my people.
And he knows Faith. I never met Faith. Been around her a couple times, but never met her. And so the thing about it is, though, I know that Stevie's character, I can speak for Stevie's character. Stevie he's a clown. He's funny. He's probably doing this because he don't look at it like it's a huge deal later. You know what I mean? Like that's how Stevie does. But this is gonna be something that blows up and I believe both of their faces.
Well, I know Faith, and she was fed the fuck up in that video.
Yes, she was. You could tell.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave that there.
Fair enough.
She was over that shit.
Yeah, because you could tell.
And let me tell you, I showed it to my wife. She was like, ooh, yeah. She meant that shit.
She said, "I hate you." I was
6
like,
times.
Damn.
You know, there's a 4 to 5 I hate you threshold.
There is?
Oh, yeah.
See, for me, that's a one. You tell me you hate me one time, it's a wrap.
I hate you.
You can't. What's a wrap then?
Okay, well, get the fuck out.
Hey, this show's over. We out.
Yeah.
Yo, but you know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. And so now we all seen it. We all, huh?
I was talking about.
Oh, okay, yeah. But you see what I'm saying? So that's an example of something that, hey, this is there now. Like, even if them two, look, what if they wake up tomorrow morning and say, you know what, I was wrong, babe, I was wrong.
Nah,
too.
because I know Faith, and she went with that shit.
Okay.
She went with that shit.
So you think she's over the?
At this age?
Yeah,
nah,
yeah.
She went with that shit.
Okay.
I'm telling you, I guarantee you.
Okay.
And I haven't spoken to Faith, but I can guarantee you she went with that shit.
Right. Unfortunate.
That shit was kind of like crossing the line.
Yeah. No, it definitely was crossing the line. It was extremely. You know, that was crazy.
It was a little weird.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah. Listen, I mean, all you can say is, you know, you wish the best for both of them. You wish the best for their salvation as people. You know what I mean? Because you don't know what they might be going through. You don't know what the story really is. You don't know if Faye cheated on him and all that stuff.
And that's my point. We shouldn't even have to deal with that. Mm-hmm. That should be their business because they adults. Just like they don't know our business. And it should be like that.
Yeah.
Like this grown people business.
So do you have, keep talking about social media. Do you have thresholds that when you're posting or when you're putting stuff on social media, do you say, I'm not putting that up, or I'll put that up? Like, what's the barrier?
I just know them when they happen.
Okay.
Like I'll post pictures of me and my kids, videos, but when it happens, I'll know.
You just have a feeling, like just
I just know, like my own personal compass to be like, I need to see this.
But look, but hold on, let's dig into it though. What about as a celebrity? As a celebrity, right? You kind of gotta, in my opinion, follow a little bit of a different trail.
I do shit.
You don't think so?
I do what I want.
Okay, so in social media though,
I do what the fuck I want.
Do you think about when you're don't do that because he ain't telling the truth.
Well, no, I swear to God,
He's
now.
Not.
Sometime I'm about to say some shit.
Okay.
And let me tell y'all something. You know how many times my wife would be like, "Yeah, don't send that."
Give me an example. Give us an example.
If I'm gonna give you an example, then I might as well
give us an example, bro. It's just give us an example.
It's just certain shit that maybe I was about to say,
like some political stuff, or just your opinion about something.
Nah, it might have been responding to somebody.
Okay.
And she's like, "Nah, don't send that."
Okay.
And let me tell you the funny shit. So when she saw your live last night, she was like, "Here go this nigga over there with no female supervision."
Oh, for real, Tasha?
I swear to God, she did.
For real? No, did she?
I swear to God, she did.
Why'd she say that to me?
Because she don't.
Okay, Tasha.
Actually, out of everybody that I'm friend, I think it's only me and Easy need female supervision. The rest of y'all good.
Yeah, so she can't say I ain't got no.
It's cool, but I'm the only one fighting for you. You on your own.
She said I got no. Now, what made her say that? What did she feel like I shouldn't have?
No.
Let me explain what happened for those that don't follow me on Instagram. First of all, you tripping.
I don't follow you. I just
you really don't.
You.
That's fine. Last night, we'll get back to this, but just so you know what he's talking about, because y'all know you're like, what the hell is he talking about? Last night at like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, I was up. I couldn't sleep. The Kyle Rittenhouse situation was bothering me. A situation that we're about to get into next with the baby and Danny Lay, that was bothering me, right? And so I was up, and so I was on my story, and I was just like giving my thoughts because these situations were bothering me. And so I was very transparent about it, did a story about it, and my phone's been blowing up all day. Like,
see?
I mean, but not in a bad way. It's like here's the thing. But here's the thing about me, Case, and you know me better than anybody else. I'm transparent.
Yeah.
When I'm on the radio, I'm transparent. Like, I talk about stuff that's actually going on in my life, and I think people respect me for that. I think people look at me and say Jarard is different because he lets us know who he is. My threshold for what?
For putting stuff out there on the radio, be it the internet or on radio. Is there a certain line that you have that you won't cross, or is it more of a when it presents itself, I'll know?
The only thing I can think about that I probably wouldn't is I'm not gonna give you my address and like my location, stuff like that. No, some people, but I don't know if I have a threshold. Like, I'll post whatever, you know what I'm saying? Depending on my comfortability with that situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, depending on, if I'm comfortable with the situation as a whole, I'll post it. But I'm always going to be tasteful. Like, I'm not going to be out here, wilding and posting. I don't really do that. But I can't say I have a threshold.
No, I mean, the threshold as far as your privacy. And don't say address, because I swear to God, I'm coming with his tape.
I don't even, not really though.
Nah.
Like now I'm thinking about it, not really. Like I don't.
Like you wouldn't say, yo, I just came home and my girl had 3 guys in the house and they was just all naked.
Knowing me, I probably would post that because I'd probably be like,
hit me before you post some shit like that.
Don't. Yeah, you.
Yeah.
Knowing me, because
at least knock it that. Yo, she had some skinny dude.
Like, but some skinny dude.
Yeah.
But yo, knowing me, because I'm transparent like that. Like I probably would post that.
Damn. Okay.
And be like, what y'all think of this? Like I probably would. You know, I don't know. I don't know.
If I came home, my wife had 3 dudes in the house.
3 skinny dudes too, though.
I
Like
wouldn't give a fuck.
3 little.
Actually, the police will post that.
Fair enough.
Yo,
Fair enough.
this nigga wild out, Shane.
Yo, he got. Yeah, I don't know. Like to answer your question, I don't think I have a real threshold. Like, there's no thought that comes to me that says, okay, don't post that.
I think if you had kids, you would have one.
Maybe you're right.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
you're right. Maybe you're right.
Because a lot of times, like I'll give you an example. When I had kids, I'm like I wouldn't sign autographs when I was with my kids.
Really?
Nah. If I'm chilling with my kids, because I wanted to keep that away from them. Now here's the bullshit. Here goes my son. Daddy, your fan wants an autograph. Nigga, I'm trying to keep you away from.
Yo,
yeah.
I can see Lil Case doing that too. Dad.
Yeah.
That's funny. But that makes sense. I never thought about that. But I guess, you know, everybody has their boundaries and stuff like that. But this whole social media thing makes it difficult. It makes it hard to have boundaries though. Because
no, it don't.
You can instantly expose a situation or a moment to millions of people.
Entire life.
Instantly though. You know what I'm saying? Like if you have a relationship issue, it can instantly now be everybody. And you know what happens, right? You post it and then the Shade Room get a hold of it and then Baller Alert get a hold of it.
The whole world has an opinion.
And within 5 minutes though. Like a situation
that you should probably keep to yourself and think through on your own.
Not only that, but the situation just actually happened like 90 seconds ago.
That's what I'm saying. You haven't had time to think it through.
Yeah.
But you have 139,000 opinions, literally. And now you feeding into that.
And once you push that button, it's not retractable. Like you can't, there's nothing you can do. And I think that's what makes it somewhat dangerous. Like, because now, again, talking about the whole Stevie J and Faith situation, like they could possibly get up in the morning and go to breakfast and have a conversation. But no, it doesn't matter now because what happened is all over the world.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, so that makes it very tough. You know what I mean? To just social media is
That's why I don't eat breakfast.
Oh Lord,
you like that, right?
No,
hold on, you like that?
Nah, that was.
Come on,
that was
awesome. That was awesome.
Tell him that was subpar. Tell him. No. Okay.
I hope you get used to that shit. I promise you.
So, but I'm saying like that's. Woo, so the social media thing, you know.
I'm telling you, shit can fuck you up. And let me tell you what can happen. Social media can have you in a situation that gets your ego and your pride so involved that you make a life decision that you really don't want to make because you don't want to look bad in front of these strangers who don't know you or give a fuck about you.
Yo, that's a phenomenal point right there.
That's the truth.
It's
a bunch. Let me tell you what somebody told me. Back in 2000, I worked with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, right? And we was in the studio, and I had a watch delivered. The watch was like $20,000. He was like, "Wow, that's nice." He played me too.
You had delivered in the studio?
I had it delivered.
That's
right?
some bougie shit right there. You know
No. I was working. I couldn't go get it. Hold up.
Wait.
Hold up. No, hold on.
That's some Hollywood shit, right? Okay, go ahead.
We was in Hollywood.
Yeah, I get it.
But check it. He taught me a valuable lesson. He was like, "So you see that watch?" He's like, "How much that watch cost?" I was like, $23,000. He's like, "Wow, that's nice." He was like, "There's only a couple things gonna happen when people see it." He's like, "It's gonna be complete strangers. They're gonna look at their watch, and 10 of them gonna be like, 'Ooh, that's nice,' and then go about their life and never think about that watch again."
Right.
It's gonna be 10 other ones that's like, "Ooh, I'm gonna rob him."
Yeah.
And then there's other ones that's not gonna give a fuck. But
right.
Guess what? You still out of $23,000.
Damn.
And when he told me that, I'm like, damn, that makes so much sense.
That makes a lot of sense.
That makes so much sense. So my point is that you will get on social media, and because of what people are saying, you may make a major life decision based on a bunch of strangers who don't give a fuck about you. Because they really don't.
Damn.
They just here for the show.
Yeah.
They're here for the show.
Yeah.
Like, people will tell you how much they love you, but if you go broke, they're going to laugh at you on social media.
Yeah.
If you get locked up for some stupid shit, they're going to laugh at you on social media.
I think we focus so much on
other people,
validation from other people.
But
I'm guilty of it. Like I'm not gonna come up here and tell you.
Not a fuck now.
See, and I care. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna front. Like I do care what people think about me. And
not from strangers.
Okay, and that's cool. But I think that the situation
I'm gonna give you a hug when we done.
No. But I think the whole situation has really gotten to a different point because of this whole social media aspect of it. Because people are feeding off getting that instant reaction.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? People are feeding off of, okay, I'm gonna post this. I can victimize myself. Yep. And I can make people feel sorry for me or whatever the case is. And now it feeds my pride or my ego. But it's temporary. Because as soon as the post gets down the timeline a little bit, nobody gives a damn anymore.
Nobody cares.
So but the effect of it is permanent. That doesn't equal out to me.
Yeah.
Right? Like this whole situation with the baby and Danny Lay.
It's not people who really love you.
Now we got to get thick. If you missed it, the baby who you idolize, you buy all of his records, you pay the dude millions of dollars. He's had a bunch of #1 hits on the radio, so you support him. You go to his shows. He went live and put Danny Lay, who's the mother of his 3-month-old child, on blast. And when I say on blast, I'm talking about to a different level, right? You probably seen it by now, but if you haven't, a quick rundown. She's laying in the bed, feeding the baby. Not that baby. Right, feeding the THE baby.
That just made this awesome.
Yeah, but that's cool. DA baby. He steps in. He films her live on Instagram. Tells her she got to go. She's feeding the baby. She got to go. Gets wild disrespectful to her. It completely just body cringing disrespectful to her. They go at it, blah, 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 blah. There's another live that happens in which he calls the police on her.
You didn't see him call the police. You saw the police show up.
You saw the police show up.
Okay.
Saying that, but she was charged with simple assault or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, everybody's seen the live. You've seen it. Seuss has seen it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to get Seuss's opinion because he's going to say something ridiculous. But anyway, what is your take on what happened with and be real? What is your take on what happened? And I need my ladies to come in here too if they will. But what is your take on this situation?
My first take is that there's always his side, her side, and the truth. Mm-hmm. My second take is you don't know what happened before that camera came on. My third take is she got charged for a reason.
Okay.
No?
I disagree, but go ahead.
You disagree?
Mm-hmm. But go ahead, finish.
You know how eager they are to charge a black man?
Yes, I do.
As opposed to...
Yes, I do.
Okay.
But go ahead.
Now, as far as where we picked the story up from, which was the live, I guess on his face, it's a bit... Okay, it's more than a bit disrespectful. But, like I said, we don't know the whole story. It's not something I would do. And then I heard it said that it was done so that he could bring other chicks over. But that doesn't make sense to me. I'm going to tell you why. Because if you wanted to go mess with other chicks, you could leave her there. And you go get a hotel. You don't have to do that.
Yeah.
So that part doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
So I think that we were brought into the situation at a bad time. We came in the middle, and now we all have opinions, is what I think.
Okay. I think that's possible.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's
Wait, which part do you think is possible?
All of that's possible.
That she got charged?
No.
Okay.
How we came into it.
Okay.
But I think all that's a technicality. Here's what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
To me, based off what I saw and based off what I experienced watching that video, I don't care why it happened. I don't care what the real circumstance was. No, I don't.
Yeah,
what I care about is this. What this dude did on social media, in the public, to the mother of his brand new little girl was
she 3 months old?
3 months old. Was disrespectful to the point of no return. Right? And I say that because there's a couple of things that were said in the video that you can tell are very authentic. Like when she was like, yeah, we just did it last night. You came to me last night. Like she's not lying about that. So on top of that, I know, but listen, on top of that, if you watch the development of their relationship over the past few months or year or whatever the case is, he also said on live that she is a quote side bitch. said that her parents knew she's a side bitch. This is the baby saying this.
Maybe they knew.
Said her parents knew she was a side bitch. She knew she's a side bitch and was talking to her like she was the gunk on the bottom of the barrel. This woman just had your child 3 months ago. She's in your home, laid in the bed, feeding the child. For you to go disrespect her to that caliber, this is just my opinion though, right? For you to disrespect her to that caliber puts you in a different level of scum to me.
Okay.
To me.
Let me play devil's advocate. Not calling the baby the devil.
Okay.
Suppose right before the camera came on, she hawk spit in his face.
That would be wrong. But you know what? It does not constitute for that behavior to happen.
Nigga, you're lying.
No, I'm telling the truth.
I was waiting for you.
I'm telling you the truth.
Fell right into the trap.
No, it does not. Okay. Look, it would have been. Listen, like I told you on the phone earlier, I said it's the case on the phone earlier. I said, listen, we don't know what actually happened. There's always
is why we can't make a judgment.
I'm not judging. What I'm saying is based off what I saw him do. It's disrespectful, and it wasn't warranted.
He's the one that went live. Do you honestly think that he went on live to make himself look bad, or maybe?
No, I think he went on live to try to make himself look better because he knows he's dead ass wrong.
Yeah, but
that's what I think.
No. He could have been dead ass wrong and never went live.
He could have been.
So
but here's the thing. You gotta.
Am I right?
No, but you also gotta look at this dude's. He treats women like shit all the time. Like this
I will
is
give
not.
You that. No, I'll give you that.
He does.
I'll give you that.
And this is the mother of your 3-month-old baby, dude.
I'll give
like
you that.
there is no excuse. I don't care if she hauled off and punched you in your face, nigga. You swallow that shit because of the fact that this is the mother of your child. It is what it is. You do not go on social media and disrespect her and her family and who she is to the point of no return. Nigga, are you crazy? Like, that's how I look at that. I feel like this. And I said this yesterday. This is a person, think about this now. This is a person who we support heavily support this dude. He's got radio hits. He sold a lot of records. He sells out shows. We support this guy, right? Mm-hmm. I guarantee you that as a product of hip hop culture, as a product of hip hop, as not only a music genre, but as a lifestyle, this is not nothing for us to be proud of or to condone. This dude is dead ass wrong and needs to be alienated for these actions. Only because I feel like this, man. Listen, if they was beefing and they was boyfriend, girlfriend, and wasn't a little baby involved, all that kind of stuff, they was just beefing. Okay.
Don't bring little baby into
No, the little baby.
Well, that's not what you said.
If they was beefing on some stuff like that, on just a regular, him against her type of level, okay, let him beef. But for you to get on live and call this woman out of her name like that.
Yeah, but no. Here's my thing with that. Now, I'm not disagreeing with you, but I'm just looking at both sides. I have, my wife has, good Lord, my wife has. And so have you, and everybody have said a bunch of shit when you was mad. The difference is you wasn't on
let me tell you something.
You wasn't on social media.
Hold on. Nick, you know I love you to death as my brother. Mm-hmm. I have never come out of my mouth and called a woman no bitch, especially in front of people, and especially if it's hold on, dude, hold on. Especially in front of people, and especially if this is a woman who has given me the time and energy and all of that stuff that this woman has given him. I've never called a woman a bitch like that. Never would. Period. And at the end of the day, for you to go do it and to think the shit's funny in front of other people when she's laying in the bed feeding your 3-month-old child.
I agree with you.
Fuck that.
But
that's dead wrong.
At the same time, like I said, we don't know the whole story. And I have a problem with rushing to judgment about shit that I see on social media.
I get it.
But if all things are as we saw them, then yeah, it was dead wrong.
So what happens now? Okay. Right.
It was dead wrong in that instance.
This is the thing, man. The forefathers of hip hop, the people that created this culture, the people that worked hard to bring us to a level of rap, the people that worked hard to put him in a position that he can be a millionaire and live his life and all that, I guarantee you would not be happy or are not happy with what they just saw. Because hip hop, nowhere in the bylaws does it say that you are supposed to just blatantly disrespect the mother of your child like that.
Don't bring that in this. You know why? Because hip hop has been disrespectful to women for decades.
No, I get that.
Extremely disrespectful.
It has. Okay. But to this type of a level, man, like
nigga,
dude,
hold on. Whoa.
No. I don't feel that.
Dog, hip hop hasn't been disrespectful to that level.
I think that there have been lyrics. I think that all that stuff has happened.
There have been tons of.
There has.
Dog, women have been denigrated.
Yes, they've been degraded.
I'm going to tell you when it started.
Shit, it started in the early 90s.
Yeah. And it's been, the early 2020s.
And you know what, Case?
You can't say.
Hold on. And you know what? I've never agreed with it. That's the one thing I've never agreed with.
But my point is,
now hold on.
But you can't then turn and say, well, hip hop. This is hip hop.
What I'm saying is, this dude, right, that we're talking about, he is a product of hip hop culture supporting him. Right?
You know why? Because hip hop culture has supported this shit for years.
Yes.
Just like hip hop culture, you can't say R.I.P. Young Dolph and hip hop wouldn't. No, this is what hip hop has perpetuated for decades. And so you can't.
No, that is true. But what I'm saying
and
is,
I'm a hip hop nigga.
Me too. We are.
I was there when hip hop started.
And we are. And you have a good point. But my thing is, this aspect and this certain instance is a whole different level.
It's not.
To me.
What's the difference
it is.
between this and a bunch of the shit that we hear
because
in
a lot
hip-hop
of,
lyrics?
I'm gonna tell you why. Because a lot of the stuff that you hear, here's the thing. First of all, do I think that a lot of the lyrics that we've heard over the past 20 years or whatever the case, 25, 30 years, is demeaning and all that kind of stuff? But some of that is lyrics. You understand what I'm saying? Some of that is words on a piece of paper.
Yeah, but words are powerful.
Sure they are. But actions,
especially when they put to music.
Right. But when you put
when you put a video to go along with it.
Yeah. But
it's powerful.
It is powerful. But in a situation like this, a real live domestic situation that is completely disrespectful to the person who just gave birth to your child, that's a whole different ballgame.
Yes, this is a man who's grown up to the shit that we're saying has been going on.
That is a fact.
He has grown up with these lyrics that are denigrating women. He's grown up with these videos that are denigrating women.
That's a fact.
He's grown up with these lyrics that are glorifying murder.
That's a fact.
That are glorifying all of that shit.
That's a fact.
So when the chickens come home to roost, you can't then say, oh, this is wrong, because you taught him that shit.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You taught him that shit.
I'm not gonna.
You don't know what he's been through.
You
don't know his circle, but you taught him that shit.
That I'm not gonna.
So when you say, and that's the only place where I kind of push back. The forefathers of hip hop. No, they should have stopped this shit a long time ago.
That's fair.
And now the horse is out the barn.
That's fair. I just feel like, and maybe it goes back to the original point. The fact that I had to see this live on social media, maybe that's why it affected me more, right? Because this ain't a song. This wasn't a song. Yeah. This wasn't in the studio recorded because it rhymes and it sounds good over a beat. This is an action that happened from a person to a woman who he has absolutely no respect for, obviously, and to a woman who he alienated to a point of a different type of embarrassment.
Right.
And I feel like there is no excuse for that, regardless of what happened before the camera turned on. I'm placed differently. I'm positioned differently. I was raised by black women. You understand what I'm telling you? Yeah, I can only speak for me.
A lot of people was raised by the street.
Nigga, I can only speak for me.
Yeah.
And so I'm speaking for me.
And it's not okay.
And it's not okay. And I'm saying I was raised by phenomenal black women.
Let me
if I ever seen anybody treat my mother or my grandmother like that, there'd be a significant problem. You understand what I'm telling you?
Now see, for every one person that was raised the way that you're saying, I'm gonna tell you a story. I think it was 1990, maybe 91. So it's me, my brother Quick, my brother Sally.
Shout out Quick. What up, Quick?
Quick. So we outside one night. So we getting high. Now I'm like 18, 19. And we sitting there. And as we sitting there, we see these 3 little kids walking up the street. It's 3 in the morning.
Damn.
In Pampers.
In New York?
Yeah, in Pampers.
Okay.
Walking up the no, not okay, nigga. It's 3 in the morning.
Right.
They like no older than, nobody's older than 4.
Damn.
It's 3 of them walking up the street crying with a bottle, talking about, where's my mommy? So we took them, sat them down, and we it was kind of cold, so I'm hugging one. I put my sweatshirt on them. And then the moms walks up. She had just finished buying crack. And, I mean, somebody might have smacked the shit out of her because that was fucked up. But you got to understand that those kids that went through shit like that, those are the rappers now, nigga. Those are the kids that's in the hood right now. That's and the way that you was raised, that's great. The way I was raised, he was raised, that's great. But you also have to understand that there's people, that's their upbringing. That wasn't the first day that bitch had her fucking little kids walking around in Pampers at 3 in the morning in the street by themselves. Anything could have happened to them kids. But that's people's reality. You know what I'm saying? And so I guess me seeing that, I don't think that it's okay, but I understand that it's not always your fault. You don't know what that man went through. And like I said, you don't know what happened before the camera came on.
I don't care what happened.
And you know what makes me say that more? Because when I saw it, he turned the camera on and was like, I'm turning this camera on for my protection. Why would he say that?
Because it's a PR move. That's a PR move.
Then why did she get charged with assault? Is that PR too?
Because the police came and they got to charge somebody.
Yeah, but they usually charge
No,
who they usually
if
charge?
he called them, no, that's bullshit.
Nah, nigga, no.
If he called them, they're not gonna charge him.
Nigga, they don't give a fuck who called.
And again, let's back up though.
Dog, would you tell him?
Wait, but let's back up. Even if she did push him,
you could tell
or
you got a
some
lot
shit.
of hugs when you was a kid.
Sure, I did. You're exactly right.
I didn't get that many.
That's
I'm
fair.
telling you, that's not how that goes.
Well, I'm telling you that I understand what you're saying and I respect your point.
Hey, give me a hug, nigga.
Oh man, this dude knows how to diffuse some shit. I love
No,
it.
that's not diffused.
But
I'm
look,
just telling you. I'm not saying that it's right. But what I'm saying is that there's more than that, the social media side. Like I can go live right now and post some shit, and my wife could be off camera and we could be arguing, and they'd be like, "Oh, he's right." But if you get the backstory, it's a whole different thing.
So, isn't there supposed to be a limit? Isn't there supposed to be some shit that you just wouldn't say to the mother of your child? Isn't there supposed to be some, regardless of what y'all going through?
There should be a limit to what people say when they mad, but people
I'm not
say all
asking
type
that,
of shit when they mad.
But I'm not asking that.
Then the answer to your question is no.
Then I don't-
Because people get mad and say all type of shit.
No, I don't-
You've dealt with women. Hold on. You've dealt with women, and we've had this conversation. She needs to take responsibility for the shit that she says.
No
out her
doubt.
mouth.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah.
I have said some of the foulest shit ever when I was mad. My wife has. This nigga, everybody has. And so to answer your question, no, there should be a limit, but there's not. That's just the reality of the situation.
Okay. But I feel like this. I feel like if we don't make this a thing, and if we don't emphasize what we just saw, then we are letting the shit just go and letting it be like, oh, it's no big deal.
Yeah, but it's bigger than that. It's
Okay.
bigger than us shining a spotlight on what just happened.
Okay.
There's a whole culture around that needs to be fixed.
That's true.
There's a whole culture.
That
and
part is
that's
true.
the point of my story. There are tons of kids. There's children who have grown up thinking that that's what's normal.
That is true.
That's culture.
But
us shining a spotlight on this is not going to change shit. I guarantee you.
But that's a problem for me, though.
Yo, me
because
too.
Because honestly, I think that we can fix things if we do it when they happen. Here's where the problem happens. When something happens and we let it fester and we let it go and we address it kind of lightly and be political about it, and then we talk about it 2 or 3 weeks later and say ha ha ha, giggle, and we get clickbait about it. That's why it's not taken seriously. But when something happens and your ass addresses it right then and there, and you make it understood that no, this is not acceptable by the culture as a whole, I think that's the only way that you are going to make something really be emphasized by the people who have the influence.
But the culture can't say this is not acceptable and get in their car and play fuck that bitch. You can't do that.
This is true. This is true.
That's not how that works.
That's a very good point.
That's not how that works.
I respect that point. That is true.
That's not how that works.
That is true. I just don't know. Like I don't know.
It's a cultural thing, and I'm telling you, people. This is how some people grow up. You didn't grow up like that.
Listen, the baby.
I didn't grow up like that.
The baby has 2 daughters. So let me ask you this question: you have daughters.
Yeah.
If this
I got 3
situation,
daughters.
if Daddy Lay was one of your daughters, nigga, then what is your response? Be honest.
Honestly,
Matter of fact,
I'm gonna tell you the truth.
Your daughter just had a baby, right? Your daughter just had a baby.
Yes, I just
if
had a
the
baby.
father of her baby did some shit like this on live, what's your response?
It's not gonna be what you think. You know why? I'm gonna find out what happened. Is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get to the bottom of it, and I'm gonna talk to her. You know why? Because in my experience, I'm glad you asked that.
Yeah.
Because remember, Danny Lay's brother
Yeah, I saw that.
got on there. Yo, I want to do this and that. Let me tell you what I learned years ago. I had a homeboy, and he was a straight killer. I mean, straight up killer. But this dude used to beat the shit out of his sister in the street, and he wouldn't do nothing. So one day we sitting there, we smoking a blunt. I'm like, yo, why you don't never do nothing? You know what he told me? He was like, because the first time he did it, I stepped to him and I did blah, blah, blah. She bailed him out of jail and kept fucking with him.
I get that concept.
And he was like, so I'm not going to put myself at risk and she's going to keep fucking with him.
Right, I get that.
So my point
I agree
to
with you on that.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's what's happening here.
Yeah, but you don't know. But my point is this. It's not about addressing it when it happens now. It needs to be addressed from the beginning, from the root of the problem.
Right.
The root of the problem, like you can cut off the fucked up branches off of a tree, but if you fix the root, the rest of the tree gonna grow right.
Okay, so I asked the question again. You have
What would I do?
Yes.
I just told you. I get to the bottom of it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna deal with her. He didn't put his hands on her. Listen. He didn't put his hands on her.
Right.
She got charged with assault.
Right.
So if you really keep your motherfucking hands to yourself, baby, I love you. But what you gonna do? I'm not putting myself at risk for a situation like this. I'm not. It's stupid because I have other kids.
See, I think that's why, and this is transparent moment. Like cases like my big brother, right? And I look at him as such. And you just taught me something live on the podcast because I'm not there yet. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta be though. Think about it.
But wait, I'm telling you why. When I look at this situation, my first reaction is to protect that woman. Nah. And I'm gonna tell you, I met Danny Lay one time when she was on a showcase for us. We had her at V103 at a showcase. Cool chick, but I don't know her. But I respect and admire the essence of a black woman, especially
I don't think she's black.
Hold on.
FYI.
Hold on. I don't care. Woman, period.
Well, that's not what you said.
Especially if...
That's not what you said.
Especially if...
Okay, I'll be quiet.
She just birthed my child.
Okay.
Now, I don't have children. I have 11 nieces and nephews, and I have a godson.
And you're the only one whose nuts don't work.
First of all, that's no, don't play no sound effect for that.
Did you see his face? I'm fucking with you. His nuts don't work either. It's cool. It's cool.
These nuts work.
That's not what she said.
But my thing about that is I never wanted a baby mama. That's okay. But
I feel you on that.
Whole different thing. That's a different podcast.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
However.
Yeah.
Give it a name.
But I never wanted a baby mama. But that's a whole nother show, right? But my thing is this. I respect and admire the femininity, for one, the vulnerability, for two.
The sacrifice of having a child.
The sacrifice, and just the commitment that it takes to bear a man's child. Not 6 years ago.
Fuck the man, just to have a child.
3 months ago.
You had a whole person come out of you.
Right.
I watched 2 of my kids be born. The shit is the scariest, most beautiful, nastiest shit you can ever see.
And I feel
all at the same time.
Yeah, and I feel like this, as a man, I can only say that if I had this experience, especially 3 months ago, there's a certain respect that you deserve from me. Period. That's just the way I don't care if we don't even get along, right? Which is why I never wanted to have a baby mama, because I never wanted to be in a situation where a person buried my child and I really didn't feel for her like that. But at the end of the day, in this situation, first of all, from what I've seen over the past, let's say, year, she wasn't this dude's side girl. Like, that's not what was happening.
That's not how you treat your side chicks.
Huh?
Maybe he's really good to his side chicks.
But at the end of the day, I'm just saying, like, she deserves a certain level of respect for no other reason than the fact that she buried his damn child 3 months ago. And they living together. First of all, your side chick don't live with you. Your side chick don't live with you. Come on with that bullshit. Your side chick does not live with you, man.
Well.
No. Can't stop it, man. You never had a side chick live with you. Come on with that bullshit. So at the end of the day, that's my thing. Like, she deserves a certain level of respect for that alone. Now, maybe I am, too tapped into women. Well, you call it what you want to call it. But this woman deserves more respect than what we saw that he put out there just for everybody to see and laugh at. I think this shit is bullshit. I think it's uncool.
I don't think anybody laughed at it.
Man, people.
Well, I didn't see anybody.
Man, have you read some of the comments?
No, I'm not big on reading.
The comments are all over the place. Some people are like, "Well, she shouldn't have been in the first place," and I'm like, "What are you talking about?"
Well, I think I saw somebody say that. Wasn't his baby mama pregnant when she got with him? And she was talking shit to the baby mama?
I don't know that situation. This is what Danny Lay did say. Danny Lay said that...
We're not talking about what she said. No. She's only going to say what make her look good.
She said something about she sent a plan B to the condo. He got mad about it.
Yeah, that's later. I'm talking about when she first got with him.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think his baby mama was pregnant.
Maybe.
And she was messing with him, and then she was talking shit to the baby mama.
That could be true. But what I know,
my uncle told me a long time ago, how you get somebody is how you
lose them. That's right. But I also know she lives with the dude now. That's what I know now.
No, not no more. She left.
Well, of course. Until yesterday, she lived with him.
Day before. I'm fucking with you.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw. I promise. So you see what I'm saying? Like, that ain't no side chick. I don't care what you got to say. Ain't no side chick ever lived. I've had my day of having side chicks, right? And ain't no side chick ever lived in my house. So my thing about it is that it's like, the woman deserves a certain level of respect. If y'all go through it, y'all go through it. That's cool. Deal with it. Go through it.
But people say shit when they mad.
I know, but but there needs to be a barrier. There needs to be a limit.
That's you.
Yes, that I can only speak for me.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to speak for the masses.
You're speaking about them.
Yes, but Case, listen. Audience, listen. I'm not trying to speak for the masses. Let me calm down.
How many women out there listen to the show have ever said to a dude that they was dating, "I fucking hate you," and you didn't hate him?
Here's my thing about that.
This is what people do when they're mad.
Okay, now I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. How many
I wish I never met you.
How many conversations have you and I had Let's be honest in front of people.
About that.
Where I told you, well, damn, your words, like you just told me, are your power.
Right.
I will never accept. Right, and you know this. You know this.
I know.
And Case will tell you.
I already know what you're about to say.
Case gonna tell you right now that Jarard's telling the truth. I will never accept certain dialect or certain words from a woman because I feel like your words are more powerful than any weapon that you can ever pull.
Whatever I always told you about that.
What?
People say shit when they're mad.
But I think there should be a limit.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I just do.
But when I'm that's mad, then you're putting a cap on a person's emotion.
But here's the thing: when I'm mad, and you've seen me mad, not many people have. When I'm mad, if I have any respect for the person, there's still certain shit I'm not gonna say. I don't care how mad I get.
But that's you, and you have. And what do I always tell you? Wait, what do I always tell you? You got to break out of that.
Yeah,
because how many times have I looked at my girl back in the fuck you, bitch, or fuck you?
See, I would never say that to somebody.
That's because you're mad, or she could be like, I wish I never met you. Think about how many times girls say this dumb shit. Wait.
Maybe I'm too
dumb
sensitive.
Shit. This is breaking it down to its very last compound.
Oh.
How many times do girls get mad at they dude? Like, you little dick motherfucker? They just say it.
Ain't nobody ever said that to me.
No, nobody ever said it to me either. But that's neither here nor there. But it's been said.
Yeah, but see, my response to that is if you say some shit that is overly painful.
That's not painful.
No, but wait, to me that would be.
I hate you is not painful.
To me that is painful.
Babe.
If a woman ever told me
I'm gonna tell my wife to text me, I hate you. Watch.
If a woman ever told me she hate, okay, let me look at. Listen, if a woman ever told me,
she hates you.
I can only speak to me, right?
I'm telling you, she texted me and told me she hates you.
No, if a woman, she who? First of all, if
I don't know,
if a woman ever told me she hates me, she'd never speak to me again. And that's the way I think.
Right, you're being sensitive.
Maybe I am. Maybe I am.
I'm telling you. I'm gonna take. Can I be transparent?
Yeah, please do.
When you say shit like that, because women are emotional and they say shit. For you to say she'll never speak to me again, you know what that says to me? That your vagina is killing you.
You know what, man?
That's what that says to me.
Listen, man. No, I think that
a woman hasn't loved you if she hasn't told you that she hates you.
Well, I ain't never been loved then because anybody finna tell me that.
If she hasn't loved you, if she hasn't told you that she hates you.
I've never put nobody in a position to tell me they hate me. First of all, like that's not what I'm gonna do. That's not. So now let's turn it back. For you to tell me that, I gotta put you in a position for you to make you feel like you gotta tell me that. I'm not putting you in that position if you're around me and I'm investing time and money and resources and conversation into you. I'm not doing that. That makes no sense. That's counterproductive.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
I've had. Okay.
If I'm gonna have you around me, listen. If I'm gonna have you around me, I'm not gonna put you in a position to feel like you gotta tell me you hate me. That's the dumbest shit in the world to me.
No, it's not.
To me, nigga. To me.
Okay.
To me, that's stupid.
I forgot you grew up beautiful. I didn't grow up beautiful.
It ain't about beautiful.
Yeah,
it's about
beautiful.
the fact that I look at things a certain way, and so.
Okay, what if it's during sex? Because I've had that.
Huh?
Yeah, nigga.
What are you talking about?
Oh, okay, I see.
Somebody
you just told on yourself.
Somebody told you to hate you during sex,
Keep going. Keep going.
Then your dingling must have been trash, nigga. I mean, I don't know.
Check the comments. I guarantee you, that's not what that means.
But no, on some real shit, I'm not finna put nobody in a position to feel like they gotta tell me they hate me. Like, yeah, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm not perfect, but you're not gonna tell me you hate me. Like, that's not. I'm not gonna treat you like that.
Dog. Women get emotional. Sometimes they have their period and they
tell you they hate you?
Yes, nigga.
Well, I've never experienced that.
Because they didn't love you. You know what? But I love you. And I fucking hate you.
I love you too.
You see that?
And I left the second part out.
I hate you and I love you.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying. I just
like
have
a day without sunshine.
Look, dude, Instagram, people are like, Instagram is going crazy. But anyway, I just don't, this is a situation where I just don't get it, man. And I feel like we just gonna have to disagree on certain things because I'm not putting you in a position to feel like you gotta say that type of shit about me like that.
But that's what people say when they're hurt.
No, they don't. That's not healthy. People don't say that.
I didn't say it's healthy.
What kind of people say that?
Everybody, nigga. Why do you think Tyler Perry's rich? Because the shit that he's putting in his movies is the shit that happens, yo.
Maybe, man.
I'm telling you.
Maybe I've been sheltered.
It's no maybe. I wish we could do a poll somewhere.
Maybe I've been sheltered and I get it, but I just don't think that's right. And I think the shit the baby did is far left. I think it's effed up. I think that at the end of the day, he's going to have to find a way to pay for this some type of way. Like, you disrespected that woman to a whole different level, man. Like, to a different level. And the woman just bared your damn child.
It's bore.
Yeah, she did that. She bore his child. This ain't a chick that you met in the club that you running around with every now and then or whatever. This is a woman that you laid with, that you created a life with, who just birthed the life 3 months ago. And you mean to tell me that she sits at a position in your totem pole that's so low that you can address her and embarrass her and humiliate her like that?
Yeah, now that
I disagree.
Yeah. No, I disagree with that part of it, but I don't agree with the people say shit when they mad.
I get it, but this is different. We just talked about it.
Okay, you're right.
I don't know.
Pee, though.
Well, okay.
Wait.
It is what it is.
Not no more.
Oh wow. Somebody get listen. The Kickback. The Kickback Podcast every single Wednesday. I apologize for the fact that it got a little bit strained in here this evening, but I knew this was gonna happen. But we're here every single Wednesday. Please make sure that you bring all your people here. Please make sure they go to the Kickback at the Kickback P at Instagram. Click the link. You can find our channel. And this is the type of stuff that happens. I think next Wednesday we got some guests coming in. The Wednesday after that we have some guests coming in. We will continue to bring you the material and the content that you need us to bring you. And sometimes it's gonna be like that. I'm gonna tell you right now. That guy right there, he's gonna be transparent. He's gonna be real.
Yeah.
This guy right here, I'm gonna do the same damn thing. We brothers and we love each other, but we don't have to agree on everything. And that's the beautiful thing about relationship. That's the beautiful thing about me and this dude. This dude over here, same deal, right? So, shouts out to the production team.
He just said he don't fuck with you.
I'm not worried about that, man. Shouts out to my production team. Shouts out to everybody that makes the situation possible. Thank you for joining the Kickback Podcast. Listen, man, he gotta go to the bathroom. So
no, I gotta piss. That's two different things.
We'll see you next.
Hey,
Wednesday.
I love y'all, man. Cock-a-doodle-doo.
Be easy, baby.
Jarard J.